FighterZ kind of came from was in the 2D space.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude, just showing off Dragon Ball footage. Showing off Dragon Ball footage, dude. Oh my god, dude. How can I full screen this? I really want to full screen this. Please, let me full screen. I'm gonna have to refresh this shit. Because when I entered, it said offline, but for some reason the thing is the video's running, so maybe the player hasn't registered the video as like online, so therefore the buttons don't show up. Yeah, it's saying offline, but then the video's gonna run. Come on, please.
2D fighting game tournaments can be held on. So we
there we go. At least I can do it like that.
That were really, I think, matched.
Please,
that were made for each
tell
other.
me.
But
I just want to look at the game.
It
looks beautiful.
2D. It was kind of 2.5D. Can you explain that a little bit?
Down backstage,
there's actually maybe a little bit too loud.
2.5D みたいなことを多分使ったと思うんですけど、それについて少し説明していただいてよろしいですか。
Oh yeah, look at that. Vegeta versus Majin Buu. You have your meter? Dragon Ball FighterZ at coming up 2:15. Really, this is only going to be here for 15 minutes. That's fine. This is like the official Twitch stream showing off Dragon Ball FighterZ. Okay. Wow, the tagging from one character to the other is really fast. It's like Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
And of course, there are a lot of forms of expression and ways you can kind of decorate the screen that you can't really do in 2D.
Decorate the screen.
By allowing the space to be, or the game to take place in sort of a semi-3D space, you can change the
I love how the characters kind of come dashing in.
Explore that very anime-like quality.
Hopefully it really is like legit fighting game with like quarter circles and combos and all that kind of stuff. Because I played that 3DS one, like the Extreme Butoden one, and that one was very underwhelming. I didn't really like it as much as I thought I would. I thought that the 3DS game would be something like this, but with like, you know, pixel art, you know, with sprites. It's weird that you can only play as a Super Saiyan form of all these characters. You'd think that there'd be different versions of the same dudes, like transform versions or something. It's just a Super Saiyan one. For now, obviously, there's only like 6 characters.
60 frames per second, you know, everything is done in 6 frames. But once you transition into some of the cutscenes and the camera angles become really dynamic, we drop the frame rate because I think that.
Speaking of drop.
Sort of signature look that anime has, and what that allows people to do is there are certain frames or poses.
So during the game it's 60, but then during the cutscenes it's very much like Guilty Gear, you know, it looks like an animation.
So we see the 6 characters here right
which is
now.
Cool.
This takes place obviously in the Dragon Ball Z universe.
Tournament.
Is there anything that you can touch on why these 6 characters that we're seeing right now?
Because they're fucking cool. Slaps the one.
そうですね。実はこの6キャラクター、これから続々と新キャラクターの方も。
I was about to say, where are 2 Japanese people talking? I'm like, oh, one person is like saying back the question.
So we chose these 6 characters. Of course, stay tuned for more characters coming in the future. However, we chose these particular 6 because their
English subtitles.
Fighting style is what I would kind of call orthodox or very standard. They have very standard movements and fighting moves, which might be easier for people on the show floor to interpret.
So they have really basic movesets, is what you're talking about with these characters. That's why you have them here, so that they're easier to explain.
And there are, of course, I think in the Dragon Ball universe, the most iconic characters. You know, we wanted to, of course, leave people with that impression as well.
Like terrain?
Of course, Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan, and then you have 3 main villains.
Does that terrain destruction, does that stay there? It doesn't seem to be going away.
Is Cell always perfect Cell? I know that you can transform like Super Saiyan, but
these are all really good questions.
Transforming into Kid Buu, Evil Buu.
I'm assuming they just want to keep one character. Guilty Gear doesn't have a big amount of characters. And they're really good at making a small cast, but uniqueness amongst all of them. So what I can only assume is that these guys are not going to have more than like maybe 20 characters or so, but they're all going to be awesome. They're just going to go for like the main dudes. I don't think there's going to be like Yamcha or Kui or whatever.
Transforming system or powering level up system, whatever you want to call it, it is not a universal system that every character can use. And what we wanted to do is really stay true to the original property, to the Dragon Ball universe, and the characters that of course need the system to transform or power up will have it, and those who it doesn't really tie in to their canon, they don't have that system.
Okay, so they're only having transformations for people that make sense.
We can't hear it right now, but are there gonna be character themes? That
Dude,
move
out of
more
all of
so
them, I think like
character
Majin
appears on the
Buu
screen?
and
Can we expect
Cell
anything that we
look
expect here?
awesome here.
あの
That finishing move, just eat him.
そのまあキャラクターの声だったりその演出
I'm assuming that if you don't kill him, you just like spit him out or something.
キャラクターを画面に出る時
Just
に
go to
は
bed, of
その
course,
音楽
and
だった
salt
り
us.
こうサウンド的な演出もどういう風に意識してるんでしょうか
Victory. Ah, that is so cool. Look at all those like
BGM も
all the
SE もはい
sprites of the audience just going.
今回やはりアニメの表現っていうところがあるので SE、それから BGM のイメージあとボイスっていうところもやはり原作のアニメを彷彿させるようなっていうものの
And now just people talking. Oh, there we go. Now they're putting sound to the game.
Yes, there is a very
Hopefully the soundtrack is
conscious
cool.
effort to, of course, tap into the original anime, and whether it's voice, sound effects,
I'm
or
assuming there's, like, a
BGM,
story mode, too.
there's going to be some recognizable and iconic moments from the
I really
anime
wish they don't
that
half-ass
people
that. I
will
really
be
wish
able
that they go
to
all the way with
recognize,
this.
I think when characters come on screen.
There's even stuff like on Namek, if you do a powerful enough attack, it will go from like, you know, the perfect Namek world to like the destroyed world where Frieza's coming.
Oh
in.
yeah, that
I
happened
love it.
before in
Who was the
Budokai, where
one-
like if
who
you did like a
led,
big
the
massive
dynamic
attack, it would just turn into
understanding
like
of Dragon Ball Z
destroyed
in anime,
Namek.
all their cutscenes, all their personality is so
Yep.
well put into
Yep.
this. Why did you guys
Yep.
focus on their characters and really the Dragon Ball Z anime
Why'd you do it?
while also incorporating the fighting game aspect to it?
例えばですけど、ナメック星が
Because it makes
すごい
sense.
激しい攻撃するとな
Because that'd be
勝てば
fucking awesome.
ナメック星に変わるじゃないですか。そういう本当にドラゴンボールの世界観を
Yeah, I don't like. I mean, the Budokai games were great, but you know, I kind of wanted something more along the lines of Guilty Gear or Street Fighter. Because when it comes to Dragon Ball, they always got to do this weird shit where it's never really like a fighting game. It's always like very oversimplified, and it's never really worked out that well. If they can just like do it, like how they do it with all the other fighting games, like Blaze Blue,
Of
Guilty
course,
Gear,
there
and all
was a
those.
very
They're
collaborative
great.
effort. So I have my team on the Bandai Namco side, and of course, they worked very closely with Arc System Works, our developing partner, with this to really stay true to that original feel.
A lot of teleporting sound effects.
だからすごく実はこのゲームで一番難しいところでそこ
Final Flash!
普通の格闘ゲーム
That looks awesome.
やはりこういった戦い方をしたいとかそういった
It's so
戦い方をしたい
stylized.
なと思ってこのキャラを作ろうってあると思うんです
Some
け
people
ど
would probably want to like fly and shit, but I think this is fine. You know, like super high, like Arcana Heart style jumps would probably be
So
more than
this
enough.
might get a little long if you guys are okay with that.
Okay.
Oh, please.
But what we really tried to do, and one of the challenges was in a more traditional fighting game where you're developing it from scratch, you think about, okay, I want to make this kind of system or this kind of mechanic, and you can design a character
I should
around
change the
that.
texture
The
just
challenge
in
with,
E3.
of course, using a universe or a property that is already in existence is that we really have to kind of stay true to what that character can do and not deviate too far from there.
ドラゴンボール
Yeah, do shit that makes
のキャラク
sense.
ターって基本武器は持たないしカメハメハファイナルフラッシュも割と光線系だった
Oh,
り
you
する
said
ので
Kamehameha and Final Flash.
本当に原作再現だけをやった格闘ゲームだったらきっと格闘ゲームとしてあんまり面白くないものが出来上がったと思います
So I think if we kind of really stayed true
This
just
fighting
to
looks
what
really
they were able
good.
to do, because there's no weapons in Dragon Ball, of course.
No
They
weapons.
fight with punches, kicks,
Trunks?
beams. トランクスは使うじゃないですか。武器を。
With the sword?
トランクス武器使うじゃんっていう。
ああそうですねトラン
The lady just like owning her. Trunks,
Well, we're not,
huh?
we can't really
Trunks.
go too deep into that
And this
yet.
is
Oh,
What a
no.
nerdy response. There we go,
And
transformation.
That's a part of the super, but it's not part of the super IP because it was also in the movies that came out a few years ago.
Resurrection of
So
Beth.
Oh my god, what a... I love that she's such a Dragon Ball nerd. Technically, it's Dragon Ball Z because it was in the movie, and the movie was Z, even though it came out in Super, because
I'm watching it right
technically...
now. I'm just geeking out because I'm such a big fan.
It's so cool.
Oh man,
I do want to.
where can I go to hang out with that lady?
About the
She seemed like I would
fighting
like her.
community who were definitely
She knows her
looking at
shit.
this. Is there another game that you could closely?
I love it. She was so
compare
quick.
to as far as,
Trunks,
mechanics work?
Trunks. No weapons, huh?
近くにこう比較できるようなゲームとか他に比べられるゲームっていうものもあるんでしょうかと。
そうですね具体的にこのゲームにすごく似てるよっていうところは
There are some weapons.
具体的にこれっていうタイトルはないんですけど
Okay,
も
when can you play as
やっぱりいろんな
launch
格闘
with her
ゲーム
machine guns?
っていうところは参考にはさせていただきました
I think it would be really hard to identify any single fighting game which we'd say takes all the inspiration for this particular game, but we definitely looked
Totally
at a
not
wide
Guilty Gear.
range and spectrum of fighting games and tried to define our own kind of style with this one.
Well, why have it be previous 2D fighters for Dragon Ball were just single player? Now you guys have the assist and you have the 3 characters. Why move for that?
I love this girl. She's asking a lot of good questions. She's like digging into him.
3対3に
I love it.
実は2つありまして
She seems a lot more casual. Like she knows what she's doing. She's not like PR. Like you know, everybody knows what they're gonna ask. You know, just very simple questions that essentially just explain what the game is. No, she's saying like, no, why did you
A
do
couple
this? You
reasons
know?
why we made it 3 versus 3. Of course, we're trying to stay true and keep the uniqueness of each character alive, but we wanted to add another level of strategy. So it kind of makes the players think when you have 3
I
people
love that they have
potentially going to be on the
tag
fighting
team
stage.
battles. I've always loved it when it's like 2-on-2 or 3-on-3. And then be able to challenge you by having to be 1 versus 3 and stuff like that. Dream team.
And because both
It reminds
of you
me
are
a lot
huge
of,
Dragon Ball fans, I think you can relate to
Dragon Ball
this, but,
Supersonic
I
Warriors
think
on Game Boy.
If you had done a 1v1
Arc System Works
game,
did
there
that
would
as
be
well,
no way
right?
to
I
create a
remember.
dream team. So if you want to have Goku, Frieza, and Cell all fighting on the same side, how could you do that except in 3v3?
I hear you.
I'm just.
The other guys have been sitting there just listening.
もうずっとゲーム見てて何も言う
Exactly.
ことがなくなってしまったという。
When is there a launch date for this?
一応発売日の予定とかはあるんでしょうかこれ。
今2018年の、まあ
She's saying numbers.
目指して頑張ってます。
So we are working really hard to aim somewhere in early 2018.
Okay, yeah. Early in the
also,
year.
Sorry.
Good.
So a lot of the previous Dragon Ball Z games were story-centered, and obviously in a lot of
Yeah,
fighting
is there gonna be a
games,
story
you'll
mode for
have
this?
Primarily the fighting
Obviously,
aspect,
they're gonna
but also
fucking
story
retell
mode.
Dragon
Is
Ball
there
Z,
going
that's
to be a
obvious.
story mode in this?
まあ他のドラゴンボールの
They always
そういう
retell
ストーリーモードを重視してる
Saiyan Saga,
けどまあ今回
Frieza
に関しては
Saga,
ストーリーモードを
Buu
意
Saga.
識してまあ作っているのかそれとも本当に格闘
It doesn't seem like they're gonna go
そう
into
ですね
super stuff,
今回
but
に関してはもちろん
hopefully they
対戦ゲー
do.
ムっていうところのバトルゲームに注力はして
That'll probably be like an
もちろん
expansion or
ソロプレイで
something.
も十分遊べるような
Dragon Ball Fighters Rev 2.
There will be a lot of elements and modes which will allow people to enjoy the game, even in single player. So what those will be, I can't really go into too much detail, but there's going to be a huge emphasis on the single player as well as the fighting aspect.
So there are single player
Tomoko, Mike,
modes.
thank you so
They didn't
much
say
on behalf of
story.
Adrian and
They
myself.
said modes.
Where can people find more information
Which is fine.
about Dragon Ball FighterZ?
If there's like a mom
もう
mode
ちょっと情報
for,
を
you
知れば
know,
どこに行けばいいでしょう
DBZ, that's great.
そうですね今あちらの BNEA でやってるバンダイナムコのブースに来ていただければ
It's playable?
プレイもできますのでぜひ遊びに来てください
Well, at the Bandai Namco booth, there is a playable.
Man, I wish I
so
was
I
at E3.
encourage people who are here at the event to go take themselves over
Did you see
there
the
and enjoy the
Exceed
game for
booth
yourself.
Is there a
over at
website?
E3?
ウェブサイトとかはある
They edited
ウェブサイト公式
the
のウェブサイ
bikini
トも
pictures for the
用意して
Summer
ますの
Kaga
で
girls
愛用
to
します
for them to
はい
cover up
Yeah,
more
there is an
skin,
official website
and
as
that's
well. I think
fucking
we got a nod
hilarious.
from our producer
They're like,
over
oh,
there.
these
Making
westerns get too
sure.
triggered
What is
with
the
the
website?
その
sexy
ウェブサイト
stuff, so let's just
とかは
cover them up more.
URL
I mean, the swimsuits look great, but it's still like fucking like, okay, you prudes.
Okay.
Here, we covered them up for you.
Bandai Namco. So the Bandai Namco Entertainment website for America, I think there's more information there.
There's somebody
Okay.
cutting grass
The
outside
banner,
and it's
yes.
annoying.
Great. Thank you guys so much one more time. Tomoko,
Well, it
Mike,
was only
and
10
on
minutes
behalf
of Dragon
Adrian
Ball
and myself, everyone,
footage,
do not
but
go
that looked
anywhere.
really
This is
good.
Twitch on
I love how
E3
bright and colorful it
2017.
is.
We got
I
more
love how
gaming content
fast it
coming up
is.
right after
I love
this.
that they still integrate stuff like charging up and throwing key blasts and doing the Kamehameha. Like the lighting that comes out of the beams as well feels really, really awesome. And now they're telling me who the fuck a thug is. Please don't. Let's see, how do I pause this? How do I work with computers? Yeah, for some reason they just don't, they don't allow you to, you know, they're not allowing me to pause this thing. But anyway, I thought that was really good. I was really surprised that they would show this at E3 at all, because it's a Bandai Namco game. It doesn't seem like it's AAA kind of thing. It seems sort of like on the smaller, more subtle side. So I thought, okay, maybe they'll do a live stream in Japan at some point. It'll be like 3 hours long, and they'll show a couple of bits of footage and stuff. And did I just see Mario turn into a fucking piranha plant? I just saw Mario turn into a piranha plant. But, I thought it'd be like that. But, you know, they announced it at the Microsoft place, of all places. And now they're showing it off on Twitch. So, I mean, it's a fighting game, right? So, fighting games, Twitch, competition, esports, all that kind of stuff. You know, it makes sense. But I love how fast and high octane it is. I love how quickly the one character tags from one place to the other. It seems that there could even be like 4 characters all at once, just constantly like switching from one to the other. And especially with the whole teleporting thing, like it can be almost immediate. Like you can just do a combo, switch to the other guy, and do another combo, switch to your third guy. Maybe it can be like that, you know. I saw some stuff in the trailer that was crazy. So yeah, I mean, all the characters look faithful to the anime. You know, Cell looks awesome. Majin Buu looks really awesome. You know, obviously, Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, they look really great. It just kind of makes me wonder how far they're going to go. You know, obviously, they're just kind of focusing more on Dragon Ball Z, but how many characters are they going to have, you know? What kind of people are they going to have in it? And I'm pretty sure that if they don't have Dragon Ball Super stuff now, they will very likely have some in the future. Just as much as how Guilty Gear you know, updates Revelator and then Revelator 2, and then there's BlazBlue and all of their extended versions and all that. They always add more shit. So if they don't have Super stuff now, they're probably gonna have like Super Saiyan Blue, Goku and Vegeta DLC set, buy them for $10, stuff like that. You know, or like buy all the villains for Super. You know, oh, you can play as Beerus. But I wonder who they're gonna have, you know? I'm assuming they're gonna have, like, the regular Z fighters, like Tien and Yamcha. You're probably gonna have, like, Nappa in there. Who else? Maybe if they have Ginyu Force, it's gonna have just Ginyu. I don't think it's gonna be like, you know, Budokai Tenkaichi, where they have, like, everybody, where there's, like, 100 characters. I think they're just gonna have, like, the main principal guys. You know, maybe Raditz will be there, Ginyu will be there, and probably no one else. I don't think, like, Zarbon or Dodoria are gonna be in there. Android 17 and 18, probably. Maybe 18. If it's only one of the two, it'll probably be 18, because 18 is always the one. And then there'll probably be, like, some co-op move that 17 and 18 does, like, as a finisher or something like that. 16, I don't know. When it comes to different forms, like different forms of Frieza, I don't think so. I think it'll just be Final Form Frieza and then transform to Golden. Now, for Cell, I think that's how he's gonna stay. Maybe they'll have one more Majin Buu. Maybe they'll have, like, the Super Buu or Kid Buu, just to, like, make a big difference. Maybe they'll probably have Hercule in there, you know, judging by the fact that his arc system works. And it's, you know, like, in BlazBlue you have, like, joke characters, and Guilty Gear you got joke characters. They're still cool, but, you know, like, the personalities are, like, jokey. So I can pretty much guarantee that Hercule or Mr. Satan is going to be in there. Krillin, for sure, is going to be in there. Who else? I really don't know. I really don't know what to expect when it comes to the specifics, right? But, like, the main dudes, I think they're going to Gotenks for sure. Maybe not Goten and Trunks, but definitely Gotenks. They always have Gotenks, and it seems like, they're doing some Splatoon 2 stuff right now. Oh, like the tournament. All that tournament stuff is going to happen. Yeah, they're about to open up on that. Maybe I'll watch it a little bit, on my own. But yeah, man, that Dragon Ball stuff was awesome. I really want to see how far they go and what they have going for the future. You know, if the game catches on, I'm sure there's going to be streamers playing it and stuff. Maybe there's going to be tournaments. So, I want to see how they expand beyond that, and which will probably be in the form of Super, Dragon Ball Super, Super Saiyan Blue stuff, Beerus stuff, and all that. So, yeah, I'm glad I saw that, even if it was just 10 minutes. I want to see more stages. I want to see, like, Namek, like, destroyed Namek, or, you know, the city during the Android saga. What else? Like, I don't know. It's usually in Dragon Ball Z they fight in, like, empty plains of grass, you know. Maybe have, like, that desert where Goku and Vegeta had their first battle. Also, like, costumes, you know. Like, what kind of costumes are they gonna have? Are they gonna have, like, original, like, Saiyan armor Vegeta, or, you know, stuff like that? I don't know. Splatoon 2. Yep, this guy. Anyway, I'm gonna watch this tournament on my own, and I'll see you guys next time. That was my, I don't know, my reaction commentary to Dragon Ball. Yeah, that was cool. Because the views on the Dragon Ball reaction video did so well, I feel like I have to, like, cover it now. And I want to, because the game is awesome. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time. And I'll keep making more Dragon Ball videos as they come. Bye-bye.